Hey, bro, y'all ever met somebody that hated something so much it started to get suspicious? Meet Senator Larry. See, Larry was a simple man. Man and man, no. Man and woman, yes. His assistant walked into the office. She said, sir, here's the gay marriage bill. He said, gay what? She said, Mary. He said, shut your mouth. She said, not too much now, shawty. He said, my fault. Hey, what's that other paper you have in your hand? She's like, oh, this one is the Discrimination Act. He said, discrimination is never the answer. She said, that's right, sir. He said, except for when it happens to them. Sign it, stamp it. Let's go. Give me another one. She said, there was a representative in the bathroom stall. He was with another human. He said, so? She's like, oh, the other human was a guy. He said, punish him. She said, oh, no, they already punished him. I was just letting you. No. He said, no, spin the block. Punish him again. Now, you're probably thinking, wow, he must have had everybody fooled. Nah. See, Larry had his share of slip-ups. Two young men suddenly come out and say there were 15 congressmen that did some very, very, very bad things. The FBI gets involved. Larry says, it wasn't me! He runs to a podium, nearest podium. He makes a speech. He said, why does everybody keep blaming me for these things? The FBI said, Larry, nobody said it was you. Larry said, oh. Okay, carry on. Some guy comes out and say, hey, bro, I seen Larry in a bathroom doing some crazy things. Some other dude comes out, hey, I seen him too. Some other dude comes out and says, I'm gay. I was actually the dude you seen with him. Larry said, one guy coming out, they said, sir, it's 8. He said, 8 guy, 8 what? He said, just say they all lying. They said, sir, 8. He said, just say they all lying. In fact, watch what happens when they ask him about Bill Clinton. You can't make this up.
Bad boy, Bill Clinton. You're a naughty boy. The American people already know that Bill Clinton is a bad boy, a naughty boy. I'm going to speak out for the citizens of my state who, in the majority, think that Bill Clinton is probably even a nasty, bad, naughty boy.
At this point, the police had enough, so things started to get wicked. They see Larry go into a bathroom. A police officer, undercover, goes into the bathroom. He goes into a stall. He sees Larry peeking at him. He sees Larry peeking at him some more, literally looking at him in the stall. Larry goes into the stall next to him. Larry moves his foot a little closer to the police officer's side of the stall. He starts tapping his foot, which is a signal that The police officer moves his foot a little bit closer to Larry. Larry's foot at this point is basically touching the police officer. The police officer takes his badge, puts it under the stall and says, Larry, can you step outside? Larry said, me? They said, come on, put these handcuffs on. We gonna take a ride. They said, Larry, can I see some ID? He shows them his senator badge. They said, Larry, can I see some ID? He shows them the ID. They said, Larry, do me a favor. Come on over here and take this picture right here. He said, like this? They said, yeah. He said, are you guys gonna tell anybody? They said, no, we're not gonna tell anybody. Just tell us if you're guilty or innocent. He said, I'm guilty of having a wide stance when I used the restroom, so I might have. The police officer said, your foot was in my stall rubbing on my leg. Larry said, it was? Whoa. I was just picking something up. That's why I had to. They said, Larry, sign the paper. And he said, like right here? Larry said, y'all not gonna snitch? They said, we ain't gonna snitch. And the article comes out, said, Larry gay. Larry makes a speech, says, I ain't gay. Look at my wife. Look at his wife. She keeps that face on the entire time he's speaking. I ain't lying to you. She was stressed. You know he did it. They said, the police said you did it, Larry. Stop it. He said, then the police is lying too. The police said, we lying? He said, so the tape recordings come out of the police talking to Larry. Larry basically snitching on himself, signing on the dotted line. Larry said, y'all finna believe me or recording of me. Stop playing. The worst part about all this is Larry becomes a laughing stock. People aren't even mad at him because he's kind of a clown. Y'all seen him in that clip earlier. Mitt Romney calls him. Larry said, bruh, you still want me to help you with your campaign? Mitt said, I can't talk to him here. And Larry said, why he said that? His campaign manager picked up the phone. He said, Mitt doesn't want to work with you anymore. Larry said, what? Campaign manager said, yeah, he said, the bathroom dude? Hell no, y'all better stop playing with me. So we're gonna have to let you go. Larry said, that's fair. So Larry comes out and says, I'm gonna resign, everybody. Unless I can get that guilty plea reversed. They said, Larry, no. He spends $250,000 on lawyer. He said, I'm a black boy, spin and reverse. The police said, nah. He said, that's fair. They said, well, Larry, you said you were gonna resign if you couldn't get the guilty plea overturned, so we're sorry to see you go. He said, go, I'm gonna stay right here. They said, okay, we're charging you. He said, charging me for what? I ain't did nothing wrong. They said, we know where you got the $250,000 to pay for the lawyers. It was your campaign funds. He said, okay, that's fair. He said, but I'm still staying though. They said, well, your political career is over, so that's okay. He said, what? So Larry leaves office a disgrace and becomes a lobbyist, which basically means big companies pay him so he can lie to people.